Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today on Solopreneur Success Strategies, it's all about you and your brand. It's Get Your Message Out Tuesday. And if you know me, I am Jane Gardner. I work with my husband for the last 20 years in our home-based business in Western Canada. And about 3 years ago, I decided to come out onto the internet to help others start their own home business. So welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about your brand. And if you want to go look at the video, it is at jgtips.com/GYMOT. On my website, I like to put up the current episode. And if you want to see the previous episodes of your brand on Get Your Message Out Tuesday, you can go to jgtips.com/YouTube and have a look at my Solopreneur Success Strategies channel. So let's get started. This is all about getting your message out, whether it's on your website or your brochures or your social media. And right now we're talking about your website. So let's have a look. But before we do that, I'm going to just mention my offer, which is at jgtips.com/brand, where we could talk about building your own brand in a week, where we identify your unique benefits of your business, differentiate you from your competitors, identify your core market, and name your product or business, and develop your messaging. And then you measure your brand effectiveness. Once you have your messaging, you can attract your ideal customer. So this is all about a process, and through trainings, videos, as well as worksheets, you can learn how to do it in about a week. I know, what a great promise. Build your own brand in a week at jgtips.com/brand. So today we're going to be talking about how there's 3.4 billion people on the internet, and you can find your tribe by doing messaging out there on the internet. So there is plenty of a market for you. You just have to differentiate yourself and find your customers. So far we've had trainings on you and your brand. So I would recommend you go back to the beginning a couple weeks ago, where we started with your brand and how to make your brand. It's not a logo or your colors. Those are elements of your brand, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then right now we're talking about you and your website. Later on, we'll be talking about you and social media and which one to use, and we'll look at various social media platforms. Now, this will be very interesting to see by the time we get to social media platforms, how many of them there are. Today, yesterday, I guess, or 2 days ago, we had one of the social media platforms called Blab close. So there you go, after a year. It was for live streaming. So you never know what social media platforms are going to be out there at any time of the day. So you always have to be flexible, but it's important to always have your core messaging correct. So your brand, according to the discussion we had a couple weeks ago, is your promise, your commitment, and what you stand for and stand against in your business. It's all about your messaging, what you say about your company and what your company stands for and stands against, and whether or not you have certain values in your business. And it's messaging that's consistent, accepted by your customer, and it has a unique edge to differentiate it from your competitors. So have a look at that training a couple weeks ago. It was quite useful if you're thinking about creating a brand for yourself. And you have to be consistent in your messages, be unique from your competitors, and of course your customers have to be attracted by your messaging. So you always have to test your messaging and see what's happening there. So right now we were on your website, which is basically your home for your business on the internet. And first of all, we discussed a couple of things to know about your website. But then we went on to your homepage and how to brand your homepage for your customers and visitors. And then we talked about the About Us page and how that should cater to the wishes of your customers or visitors, not just be about you. And today we're going to be talking about your Start Here page. There are basically 4 pages to a website, other than, of course, your sales pages, which are very important. There are 4 pages to your website you need in order to have a website that gives you out the messaging you want. That is your home page, your about us page, your about me page, your Start Here page, and then your blog, which has obviously articles that you want people to know about. So the Start Here page, this is a bit new for some of us here. 10 years ago, there was no so-called Start Here page, but it's become quite popular. The Start Here page is basically an easy way to get into a website once you come to the home page. Sometimes some websites, of course, are overwhelming with the number of menus and places that you can go. So a start page is a very useful page to have to explain to everyone what your site has to offer. And then from there, they can go and decide where they want to go on your site. And of course, you have to be able to use your messaging there to lead your visitors to your end goal. Usually for most people, I guess, the end goal is to have a sale, so you want to get them into the mood to buy. And the main purpose is to state who you are and to connect your visitor with the page that they want to visit, and the page that they need. So let's have a look at some of the things you have to know about your Start Here page. Well, first it has to be clear and simple as to what you are saying on your Start Here page. You have to know what your objectives are for that page. What exactly do you want the visitor to do once they read the page? You want to know who your target market is and how you want to get them from the Start Here page to where you want them to go visit on your website. And then you have to, of course, know about your visitors and what they want, and try to cater to that too, so that they will stay on the Start Here and then go on to another page. And of course, it has to be logically organized, and it has to have a call to action. Usually a call to action to go there from Start Here to where you want them to go. So here's some tips for creating an effective Start Here page. It's always good to have an introductory video, especially if it's one of you, which is very personable. Or if it's for your business, of course, it would be something about what your business does and what maybe people are looking for in your business and where it's located, etc. So it's always good to use an introductory video with sound so they can listen to it and watch. And you can also always have social proof, so you can always show some testimonials from some of your customers if you wish. And of course, you want to show off some of your best content by providing links to that content, as well as explaining why you feel it's really good content. Certainly, the page itself has to be fairly simple and has to be clear in order to get them going to another page. So don't duplicate everything on your About Us page. The sole function is to help visitors know where to go from that page to find out more about what they want to find out, and not so much what you want them to find out about, obviously, but what they need. So here's a couple of examples. One of the popular ones is I think Michael Hyatt is this page, and he's one of the ones who sort of made it very popular as the Start Here page. Because he has various programs on his website, it's always good for him to make it clear as to what there is on his website and what he feels you are in terms of your successful high achievers. So you've come to visit him, and you're committed to winning, and you strive to grow, and you want to leave a lasting impact on your world. So he's telling you when you visit that you're wonderful, basically. No, that that you're probably someone who wants to get into action and get his help in terms of your business in getting started. Usually as an author is on his website. And then we have Pat Flynn, who has a very popular Start Here page for Smart Passive Income. As you can see at the top, it's very simple. It's just an about, who is Pat Flynn. There's a blog, there's a Start Here page, there's a podcast, and there's an Ask Pat where you can ask a question, and then there's some resources. So on his Start Here page, he welcomes you and to Smart Passive Income and says, if you desire to start an online business of your own but don't know where to start, this page is for you. So he tells you about the Smart Passive Income community, that they focus on building businesses that take advantage of systems of automation, etc. And what he believes in is that he can help you learn, and he can share truth, be honest, and lead by example. So that's what I'm about, and that's what Smart Passive Income is all about. So what he's telling you is that if you believe in the same things that he does, and if you want to have a online business of your own but don't know where to start, then you're in the right place. So a lot of the times you could say that the Start Here page is saying, hi, you're in the right place. So there you go. That makes it simple. So just write so it says, hi, you're in the right place, and this is who we are. So that's a very simple idea for Start Here pages. And I think I got a good couple of examples. So now you know what a Start Here page is like. So that plus an About page and a home page and then maybe a blog. You can start very simple with a website. You don't need a lot of information. So your brand and your Start Here page, what would your customer want to know on your Start Here page? So it's all about your customer. Your brand equals your messaging should speak to them, and you should be the solution to their problems, or the solution to what they want and they desire. It doesn't always have to be problems, of course. So that's a small idea about what would a Start Here page if you've never done one. And if you put that together with an About Us and a homepage and a blog page to start, you've got a website, and you have all your messaging once you figure out what you want to say to your customer. So if you want to build your own brand, I have an early adopter offer over at jgtips.com/brand, where you can get the information that you need in a week with trainings and workbook and feedback to get yourself started in building your brand for your website, as well as for everything else. But at the moment, it's the website. And if you want to go see the show, you can go to jgtips.com/YouTube to have a look at some of the previous episodes where we talk about the basics on building your brand. So you can contact me at Jane Gardner at jane-gardner.com with any questions. And next week, I guess we'll be talking about your blog, since we've already mentioned it, on your website, and how you can use it to convey the messaging you want to about yourself to your visitors so that they know who you are, what you stand for and stand against, and of course, stick around with you because you are the leader of their tribe. So that's me, Jane Gardner. Thank you for listening. We've been talking about your brand and your website, and this is all about getting your messaging together so that you can attract your customers that you like and they know who you are. So thank you.